Slowly but surely.
There should be beep beep.
We're waiting on the beep beep.
Hey guys, this is Jess and me on a Monday. I came down on a Monday, ladies and guys. All right, so this is our Chenille our panel. Okay, we're gonna make a Chenille panel this week, so y'all gotta come back and join us on Thursday.
To see the finish.
At 1. Well, hopefully at the finish, right? I'm gonna give you a sample for sure.
Yes.
But what I did this morning, ladies from home, is I showed you that I was cutting my fabrics, and the fabrics were being cut, and it was 4 panels, and I cut them to exact size. Okay. So then I just came over here and I just kind of layered them and pressed them. And what I'm going to do is try to keep them in order with some wonder clips. Or roll this up like so, okay?
Yes.
Then I'm going to now, on my backing fabric, Jess.
Yes.
I love this stuff, right? So what I did was I found some wonderful backing material, and I fused it using the fusible batting. I've already done it. I'm just kind of
reinforcing
it. So the fusible side is facing up, and I put the wrong side down. So I'm going to hit that with an iron. Make sure, you guys, you use your pressing Teflon sheet. There is a big Teflon sheet up there for applique that you can see through, but it's just a safety mechanism. Because if you put a towel here, you're going to press the towel to your fusible.
Yeah.
All right. So this right here is fused to that fabric. So what's nice is the backing is fused already. So like I said, this is going to be this is just giving you a way of getting this. If you want to try this with me, then you can. But this isn't the procedure of getting your chenille upright and ready to roll, okay? Then you're going to take your panel of choice. Now you can do any panel of choice, okay? We have a lot of those military panels up there, right, Jess?
Yes. And I've been wandering through some of the other panels that we have, because we have so many, and despite the fact I know them all, I still forget them all.
Yeah, and you know what we're going to do, right?
Yes.
We're going to do some kind of special on panels.
We got to discuss it with the big man.
You know, I got something up my sleeve, though. So my back piece is larger than my front, okay? Okay?
And that's true of any quilt, and it should always be.
So my backing is larger, and my backing, my batting, and everything is larger. Now I did pin in the corners. When I pressed this, I pinned.
Okay.
I went through my points, all 4 layers, and pinned it.
Okay.
So that I could kind of stretch it a little bit to fit. All right. But this should work pretty well. So what I'm going to do, I was telling you guys that you would then, you could take 505 and spray between each panel to keep it stationary. Okay?
That's a reasonable idea for the first one.
Right. So that's what I would do. But what I'm doing now is that I'm going to just prepare so that it is okay and lined up.
Ready to go to the machine.
Yeah, I'm pretty lined up. I think I am going to personally skip spraying. You can spray if you want, okay? But what I'm going to do is just take my pieces, wonder clip the pieces the size I want wonder clip. You can wonder clip. You can buy also those larger wonder clips so that you can get in here and really get it in there, okay? And then if I see that I am slightly off a little bit, then I'm going to pull this and press it a little. But if I feel like I have to spray it before I go to the machine, then I'm going to do that. But I'm going to wonder clip all around, because all of my layers, that's my backing, my batting, and the 4 panels, right?
I would imagine as you get to some of the 36-inch panels, you pretty well should spray no matter what. Yeah, I would.
And also, too, you're going to use your walking foot. Now, I'm going to use the machine I'm using to do this I have an option. I can use a walking foot, or I can use the float feature.
And the float kind of, sort of is a walking foot.
It's only on a Juki, though.
Yes.
So I'm going to use that to keep me from having to chain my foot.
Yes.
also too, when I'm stitching all of these layers together,
Yes.
I have to stitch on an angle.
Yes. Everything must be on the bias.
So I'm gonna stitch on an angle to make just railroad all the way across this whole panel.
You're going to do the same 45?
Same. When I stitch one, I'm gonna follow the next line, the next line, and the next line. My guide is my width of my foot.
Okay.
So the width of my presser foot, is what I'm going to use, okay? So when I stitch, I'm going to come back and then do another stitch using the side of my foot, like I'm doing a 1/4 inch.
Yeah.
It's going to be larger than a 1/4 because of the way the foot is designed.
Yeah.
So,
well, I think from what I understand, a 1/2 inch is recommended for this.
Yeah, but they do use the foot. You can move your needle position
To get you closer or further.
Right. But I'm going to make sure that my chenille cutter is going to be made for the chenille cutter. And whatever they say that I need to do of my stitch width, then that's what I'm going to do. And it says anywhere from an 1/8 to a 1/2 inch.
Okay.
Okay? So I can be in between. Now, what I'm going to do on the ends down here, ladies and guys, is I'm going to pin these because my what you call it?
The batting is just that little bit too much for a clip.
Larger. So I'm going to pin those. I'm going to keep everything all nice and neat and pretty, okay? And then you could also get something that doesn't have so much detail to it for your first one. I decided, I decided to do it a little bit.
Well, I've seen some that are 24s, but you can cut like the center square out of them, and I had...
I could have made it easier for me and just cut just the frame.
And you may yet change your mind come the time after you finish sewing it together.
Yeah, I might, when I sew it together, I might decide to square it up. But you know what I'm gonna do before I do my chenille? I'm gonna put binding on, like one of my other.
You are supposed to finish it before you actually start chenilling.
Yep. So I'm gonna do that first. But this is how it works. Let me show you and then we're gonna close out the day. But this is the back and the front. So I have all those layers together, 6 of them. I'm going to use my float feature, which is going to lightly slide, float over the fabric.
Yes.
And when I stop, it's going to lift my foot because I have a pivot feature. So then when I mash my pedal, it's going to drop, but I can readjust and it's going to float right over top. If you have a machine that doesn't have a float feature, you're going to have to change your foot to a walking foot because your walking foot is going to walk the layers of fabric. So that's where we are here, and that's where we're going to start on Thursday.
Okay.
Now I might show another clip tomorrow of some stitching, but that's where I wanted them to see today.
Yeah.
Okay, guys and ladies? So thank you. Ta-ta.
Bye.